Okay guys, I'm cooking my breakfast. I've been drinking this for about at least the last hour. You really appreciate things when you have a minimal amount of it. See, last week I was able to go to the food bank to get food, and then this week is you get a smaller amount on the benefit, which is $3.75. My rent's $2.85. So, and then my petrol's got enough. I got enough enough for another week. So, and then $20 for the washing, and you get $70 for groceries. And on Friday, go to the food bank again. Now, I never ever got like coffee in the past couple of years, but they're like, okay, here's they give you this box full of things, and in there was some things that I usually wouldn't get because I thought they weren't as healthy as the other ones, but I was like, yeah, and I appreciated it, because I haven't bought any bread, rice, or pasta in how long? I'm trying to remember. At the very least 4 months, probably about 6 months. And and the parcel was a whole bag of flour, which I haven't used, as well as I will use at some stage. It's just I don't. It's like I can search up the recipes and learn the recipes, but I know that I'm not going to do it all the time. I've had 2 job interviews. One of them they said no. There was 2 in the past. Well, I was going to say a week, but that was last week. And the other one I'm still waiting to hear from, because they have the induction day on the 24th of May. So, they've closed all their applications, but they have the induction day then. So, and someone else rang me back and said, oh, no, you didn't get it. So the fact that they're ringing me back as well as I'm getting interviews I'm very encouraged with that. I've been unemployed for 3 months, so it's not that long. So yeah, then they gave me coffee and sugar, and there's coffee, sugar, pasta, and what else was there? You appreciate the things when you don't get it as much. I was being a bit, actually, I cut it out of my diet for a reason, but then I was like, well, it's in the parcel, so, may as well just enjoy it, All deities teach you a lesson. This is my experience, my theory is, and in order for you to teach the lesson, to learn the lesson, you got to go through it, right? But at the same time, it's like they don't hide themselves, but the way they present themselves is like they're the type of being that, they'll draw certain people to them, and then those certain people will learn the lessons. That's my taking on it. That's how I viewed Odin. I thought, well, why would anyone want to follow or, respect a god or follow a god that is in the end fated to die? Now, people say that some people say that Vidar is a next reincarnation of Odin, but some of them say now that's his son, because the new world cycle, when the new world cycle. But there were so many times where, because he learnt his fate, and it was so many times that he nearly died, but he put it off, and then he died at Ragnarok, right? Now he's got this angry look and type of thing, because representing obsession, like endless, like he's not even enjoying the current moment. You know, he's just always pursuing, because he's not enjoying the current moment. He's trying to stop his fate. He doesn't want to die at Ragnarok. Because they have no mercy on your enemies or don't give people a chance. Well, yeah. Because they all got strengths and weaknesses. Now, in the movies, Loki is actually... Okay, no, sorry. Loki is Thor's brother in the movies. But in mythology, it wasn't, and there wasn't that case right all the way through. I mean, it never was. Loki was Odin's brother, Thor's uncle. And Fenrir, the giant wolf, was one of Loki's children, right? So Odin had Balder, Thor, and some other sons and daughters. His wife was Freya. It's an alarm saying, apply for vacancies. So the thing is like if anyone knows that you can't avoid fate or destiny, but you should embrace it. You should embrace it and go with it. Is Odin, right? So he might have that appearance. He might have the appearance of that look about him, but you know, I knew that he wasn't like that, okay? But at the same time, it was like, okay, so I had dreams and aspirations, and I thought, well, it's always good to have stability, because I don't want to go backwards. So if I fail, then at least I won't be going backwards, it'll just be lessons learned, right? So, stability. So his names was the Wise One, the Wanderer, the Seeker of Knowledge, the Masked One. So, you know, the Masked One, the Wise One, the Seeker of Knowledge, he who is consumed with the ecstasy of the knowledge of himself. But that's good and bad. You know, that's good and bad. So he'll be like, right, here's all these bad stuff. You know how he was like obsessed trying to fix all these things so he doesn't die Ragnarok. He gets obsessed about fixing not fixing, but like healing yourself, doing what you got to do to get healing and to meet the needs of your shadow side as well as your light side. Your shadow side is just aspects of yourself that's naturally who you are, that society, or at the very least the people that you're around, deem to be negative, or, you know, it doesn't suit their agenda. So you suppress it to survive, right? So that's what your shadow self is. It's not actually negative. But you got to meet it in ways that doesn't hurt other people or yourself. Loki, change, adaptability, all that type of thing. It's his son who kills Odin, right? Now, because all the gods have strengths and weaknesses, none of them survive. But then there's the new world and this whole gods thing again in the new world, right? Well, Loki, you can change, but it'll get to the point that it'll be predictable that no matter what you stand for, because you're always growing, people know at some point you're going to change. And that's the predictable thing.